What's up, Hope Shot fam? Good evening. Good evening. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I know I did. If you guys are just jumping on, say what's up. Let us know you're here. See, I got my buddy Mike Kinney. What's up, my dude? It's good to see you in the comments, my friend. We got Jamie. What's up, Jamie? And we got Amanda, my friend from South Carolina. What's up? Man, I need to call you, Amanda. I've been meaning to. I have so many tabs open, and I think I'm clearing some out. Just like, Kelly knows about that.
I'm muted. I absolutely know a lot about that.
Yeah. So like I said, guys, you're just jumping on, say what's up, let us know you're here, and please share this live feed. We got Russell on here joining us tonight. I appreciate you, brother, coming on here. Share some experience, strength, and hope.
Russell might be in trouble there. Rachel, sneaky. I don't know what you did, but you better watch out.
Wait, did you just?
I'm clicking it at the same time.
You do it. Nope. I'm done. I'm like, what's going on here?
There it is.
Sneaky, Russell.
We got two people with the controls.
Yeah, I told her a dear friend was going to be on tonight.
We are your dear friend, so it's
That's
perfect.
what I said. There it is. So I wasn't being sneaky.
Yes. All right. So we got Terry. What's up, Terry? Hey, from Tennessee. We got Steven. How's it going, everyone? Let's see. We got Katie. We got Katie in the house. Hope Shot. I need this tonight. Thank you. Share it, of course. Thank you so much, Katie. Let's see. We got Amanda. What's up, Amanda? We got Kristen Fiegels. What's up? Good to see you here. What's up, fam? Happy Sunday. I had an amazing weekend.
Good.
That's great. How's that new job going, by the way, Kristen? I meant to call you and say what's up and see how everything was going.
Her mom was my bus driver, bro.
What's that?
Her mom was my bus driver in school, bro.
That's
Helen?
awesome.
Yeah. She was my bus
Helen.
driver. Yeah, me too. I love them all, man. They're good people.
We got Alfred in the house. He said, hey, fam. Let's see, we got Kylene. Hey, Kylene, where's those pictures? Let's get them out there. Let's see, we got Dustin. What's up, Hope Shot fam? Hope everyone had a great weekend. Share. Thank you so much, my friend. We got Art. And then we got Amanda says, it's a good. I know you're busy. I'm here when you got time. No worries. All right. We got Bobby Kinney in the house too. What's up, my friend? Let's see. Oh, hey, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad to see you in the comments. Let's see. And we got Helen says, hey, Russell, you're giving away my age. Good thing. I love you.
I love you too.
We love you, Helen.
That's for real.
And we got Against the Odds in the house. What's up, Phil? All right. So tonight we're going to be talking about,
we got to read the clarity statement.
Thank you so much. See?
I got it.
Accountability.
Read it. All right. The Hope Shot clarity statement. We here at the Hope Shot are a group of people in recovery spreading inspiration. We come from all different walks of life and pathways of recovery. Our verbiage may be different at times, but we all have one thing in common: recovery as a lifestyle. We support all pathways of recovery. It doesn't matter how you get from A to Z, just get there. Thank you for being a part of our family.
Thank you. Kelly, keep me in check. That's what we do.
I
got to say what's up to a few more people real quick. Verna says, Cher, got my 7 months clean and sober today. Congratulations to you.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
And we got my friend Melissa. Hey, good to see you here. Let's see. We got Jess from Minnesota. What's up? Good to see you here. Sober's cool, my buddy. Legends. So tonight, man, I was having a conversation with my buddy earlier, and like we always say, we say Gucci on the outside, Kmart on the inside, and that's the truth. And you know what? The deep stuff is what we're going after. It's not the surface stuff, The surface stuff, we got that all day long. We can lick that every single day. We go to jail, we get freaking clean, we get a little bit of weight on us, man. We get out, man. Our girl buys us some new clothes, or her mama does, and we feel fresh, we got a job, we get a couple bucks in our pocket, and we think we're on top of the world. Maybe we got a job back, and then the thing starts tumbling. You know what I mean? It's like things start happening and we don't know how to deal with certain situations. We don't know how to deal with certain people. The freaking weather, it rained on my new shoes, you know, whatever it could be. It could be this most minute things that could send us into this freaking downward spiral of just brokenness, you know, and destruction, you know, and it's crazy, but everything, anything, small, big, whatever, it's big to us. It might seem small to other people, but it's huge to us. So it's like, what are we here for? What is recovery really doing here? You know what I mean? What's the root of it? So that's what we want to talk about. The root of what's really going on. It's the behaviors we're looking for. As Caesar, you want to do the analogy, man? You did it so beautifully when you were talking.
Sure, why not? I'll just go ahead and kick the thing off.
Yeah, I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I tried so hard. I can't. Don't know what it is about Caesar's loving, but I like it.
Y'all are a mess, both of you. You drive each other nuts, but you're both equally obnoxious.
All right. So we were talking and having a pretty good conversation before we actually went live. And I was saying, to me, recovery was like a garden. And for me to maintain that garden and keep it beautiful, I have to weed it every day. I have to give it water every day. You know, I got to make sure that pests aren't eating it every day. I got to treat it. And every day, if I do those things, the garden looks beautiful and there's no problems. But if I start skipping a day, or if I start ignoring the garden, then the weeds come back, the pests come back, and slowly the garden starts to die. If I ignore it completely, everything takes over, the garden's dead. And that's how I look at recovery. There's things that I have to do every single day. I have to work on myself every single day to improve the quality of my recovery. And, you know, we were talking about Gucci on the outside, Kmart on the inside. Once the drugs and alcohol were removed, I'm still left with the same exact problem that I had. And the reason that I started using drugs and alcohol, I can't deal with life on life's terms. I can't deal with people. I can't deal with situations. I'm full of fear. I don't know how to act. And my solution before recovery was drugs and alcohol. It numbs the voices in my head. It takes away the fear and anxiety, and I can face the world and do what I have to do. But it eventually turns around on me, and it becomes my biggest problem because I start getting arrested. I start hurting the people that are closest to me. So eventually the consequences outweigh the benefits, and I have to put down the drugs and alcohol. But I'm still insane, basically, and I'm still left with zero life skills on, you know, how to be a normal human being and face each day without a drink or a drug. That's where the real work begins, is figuring out what makes me tick, figuring out why I act the way I act. And in my experience, I had to sit down with a sponsor, and my sponsor had to take me through some work, and I had to dig deep and go internally and figure out why I did the things that I did. And my original sponsor used this analogy. It's like, we took out all this black gunk and we threw it on the table, all the crap that was inside of me, and we poked at it and we looked at it and we analyzed it, and then we threw it away. And that's it. You know, we got rid of the crap that no longer served us well. The lying, the cheating, the stealing, the conniving, all those things. We looked at them. We looked at why we did those things. Well, in my case, I can't speak for everybody, but it was always attached to a fear. Why did I steal? Because I was afraid I wasn't going to get something that I wanted. Why do I lie? Because I'm afraid if you know the truth, you're either not going to like me or you're not going to give me what I want. And as we broke these things down, everything came back to pretty much fear of other people's opinions of me, fear that I was going to lose something that I had, or fear I wasn't going to get something that I wanted. And that's the very same things that I'll be working on for the rest of my life, because I'm human. I'm going to have fears. I'm going to have insecurities. And using drugs or drinking alcohol is not an option for me. So that is not a solution that's in my arsenal. So I have to learn these tools to cope and I have to learn the opposite of what guys like Russell and I learned. There's no more prison code. I have to tell on myself. I have to take the crap that's in between my ears and talk about it with somebody that I trust. And then the fears and insecurities or whatever's going on in my head that seems so giant, it gets really small, really quick when I put it out there into the light.
Yeah.
Sometimes as I'm saying it, I'll finish the sentence with, "Oh, I'm an idiot. I can't believe I've been worried about this all day long." It just sounds stupid when I get it out of my mouth. But until I get it out of my mouth, it's the biggest deal in the world between my ears. I'm ready to burn it all down over some dumb little resentment. And all I needed to do was use the tools that my program gave me for free, like pick up the damn phone and talk to somebody. If I'm thinking about myself too much, I need to turn my thoughts to somebody else and try to help somebody else. Stop being so selfish and thinking about myself all the time. I use the garden analogy because the garden's a living thing. My life is a living thing. I have to work on it on a daily basis to improve, to be a better version of myself tomorrow than I am today. The garden's only going to get better if I put work into it. And Caesar's only going to get better if I put work into it. If I allow God into my life to keep doing what he's been doing, and I'm not blocked off with fear and resentment, my life will keep getting better. So I'm so glad we had the little discussion that we had before, because usually Justin and I just goof off and then there's like 30 seconds left and we're like, oh my God, we need a topic. But it just turned out into a really good conversation. And with you, Russell, talking about some of those things about probation and stuff, it just shows the motivation and the intention. And I won't steal your story because we got similar stuff, but that's one of those things where your internal intentions were different.
Right.
I wasn't looking for an end game in this thing. I wasn't looking for if I could just get off probation or if I could just get a job. There was no if I could just. There was, I don't want to go back to where I was. And I'm going to keep doing whatever I have to do to keep living this way of life. And it's constant. My thoughts of other people are constant. My thoughts of my higher power are constant. And when they're not, it shows. When I'm thinking all about Caesar, the people around me know I'm thinking about Caesar because I'm being a dick again. And then I got to check myself. I got to talk to my sponsor and I got to do what I got to do to get back on the beam and be the best version of myself that I can.
Thanks, Caesar. I haven't seen you be a dick. So there's that. You know what I mean?
Seriously. No, I'm not calling you out though. That's no.
I try hard, but I've still got some dickisms.
Yeah, you don't live with him.
We're not gonna go into what that means. You know what I mean? No. But I haven't really seen you. You do well. You do well at maintaining, my friend. But I'm sure Kelly gets more of it. I just want to say what's up. Some people we have.
I'm gonna mute for a second because my dogs are moving all around and they're
have to go.
They're getting rowdy. They're about to turn up.
All right. Rachel says Russell Pascoe has 17 freaking months clean today, y'all. Congratulations, Russell. You know what? I knew she was gonna bring it. My man.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Alicia says, so glad to see you guys again back for my third night. Excited. Well, thank you for being here, Alicia. And Amanda says, it doesn't matter how you get there, just get there. Yes. That's why we do that clarity statement, because it's super important, man. It doesn't matter how you get there, man. Just we're all in this together. Like, dude, the recovery walk we're about to have, like I wanted to get like little pieces of all recovery and bring them together so we can like thread the fabric together to just show that we're all in this together. We're stronger together. It's not, mine's better than yours and yours is better than mine. We're all in this together, just trying to be better people all the way around, and that's what's important. Doesn't matter. You know, let's just get there. Just get there, you know?
Jeez.
Let's see. We got Lauren says, "Hey y'all, I love leaving church now, and I get time into your broadcast. Well, thank you for being here again." We got Kimberly. "Hey y'all, what's up to you? Happy Sunday." It is, man, my kids are going back to school tomorrow, man. It is, we are prepped, ready to go.
I know that's right.
We got Sonia says, "Hey y'all from Texas." I even said it like that too.
You got that draw.
You got to put that y'all in there. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
You just heard me sing country.
Not very well, but yeah, that's what you call it, bro.
Bro, damn, way to put me back. You know what I mean?
So we do keep each other in check.
Hey, Dustin enjoyed it. Just remember that. Sending stars for Justin's beautiful singing. So I'm maybe I should start serenading more. You know what I mean?
Maybe he's sending stars so you can get singing lessons.
Yeah, maybe something.
Probably what it is. Just let me live my reality, all right? And just
well, making it a nightmare for everybody else should be kind of in consideration as well. It is a we thing, bro.
Hey, a weed thing. We talk about weeds today, you know? That sounded really bad though. Let's see. We have Helen, 17 months, so proud.
I remember hanging out the bus window and her yelling at me to get back inside the bus. Like, okay.
Melissa says everything is based on fear. Let's see. We have Mike Kinney. "Giving it away instantly lightens the load for me. I'm learning." Yes, you are, my friend. You keep doing you, man. You're doing great.
Absolutely.
Bodie, man, good to see you here. Hello, everyone. I'm so grateful yesterday. I went to the water slides. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Water slides is just amazing. I went to Daytona.
Water slides are awesome.
I went to Daytona Beach and did some boogie boarding on the waves. It was great.
Amazing.
Nate would be so proud.
Supposed to go surfing with him, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's cool. When it gets a little colder out, we're gonna go.
We got Sherry says, "Caesar, that analogy though." Man, we got a bunch of comments. All right, so we got Gina says, "Hey guys, 8/8/18 just for today." Yes, congratulations.
Hell yeah.
We got Heather from Tennessee. Let's see.
I lived there a while back, man. Crossville, Tennessee, man.
Hey, can we not? Oh yeah, do that one. There's someone from Kenya. We got to shout out Kenya.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. You want to hit it after this one? So I'm gonna read this one, and then next one you do, and then we're gonna give it over to Russell so he can drop it like it's hot. Being vulnerable allows us to be free from the weight of our emotions and allows others to realize that they're not alone and that there's hope. I embrace being vulnerable because I know that it strengthens me, and I pray it strengthens everyone else. Just like we're Gucci outside and Kmart inside, we have to realize that everybody else is too. And when we break loose of those bonds of being judged and appearing weak, we actually become giants and overcomers. Oh, I love that. That is
one of the best comments I've seen in a while.
Thank you for that. That is on point. And it's
all right,
so
Lauren,
true.
Just go ahead and sign up to be on the show because we
There it
need
is.
stuff like that. So Dano. What's up, Dano? Saying hey from Kenya. I thought that was a big
what
deal.
is up?
Dano, what's up? Is he on a mission trip out there?
I don't know, but internationally known is all I hear.
Yeah,
For real,
he's everywhere.
Awesome.
All right. So my friend Russell, man, 17 months today, dude. Congratulations. What does your garden look like, brah?
You know what? My garden, listen, I'm not gonna lie, right? Like my garden still has a couple weeds. I remember 17 months ago, right? Like my first meeting, and I was like, this is crazy, but like Caesar said, like you got to do the work, right? Now, I'm not gonna get on Front Street and say I have all these amazing analogy or whatever, but because I just got into my step work, right? I've been very procrastinate about it. I actually sat down Saturday morning and got started on my step 2 and, got to make phone calls. But one thing that I definitely don't go light on is like my meetings and service work and commitments and staying grounded in recovery. First and foremost, like everything that I do, you know, I'm even blessed with a job that the people that I work with are in recovery. And, you know, like Caesar said something like he said before we went, you know, if you stay with that same mentality, right, that you have when you came in, or in my case, like you stay with the same people and you stay doing the same thing, eventually, right, like we said, those evasive weeds are going to take over everything, man. They're gonna come and manifest in other areas of your life, and before you know it, your garden's totally taken over. And so we were talking about someone, unfortunately, you know, that had a relapse. And, you know, to me, that I know for me personally, like Steve said, for me personally, I don't have a relapse in me, right? Because for me, I know where my relapse leads. And bro, that's a hell of a place, man. Like that's a place I never want to go back to. I was on felony drug offender probation when I first came into the rooms. And like I didn't have to go to meetings, like I was saying to you guys. I didn't have to be at Sober Living, right? But I went to meetings and I went into Sober Living for the accountability. Because, you know, if you don't change what it is that you're doing, if you don't change the places you're going and the things that you're doing, all those old behaviors, especially like for me, living here and getting clean here and being in the same spot where I grew up and got all these charges and did all this trouble, right? Like it was an easy way to go back if I didn't change, if I didn't start putting in work and doing things to make my life different, like meetings, man, and fellowshipping and service commitments. I chair meetings. I am a greeter. I'll make coffee. I'll clean the floors at the place. I don't care what it is to stay involved in fellowship, right? The people that I surround myself with on a daily basis, every single person that I interact with on a daily basis are all in recovery. Because I know for me that if it wasn't for those people and wasn't for those things, it's just one decision away, man. You know what I mean? So for me, that work is staying grounded in meetings, having a good home group, doing service commitments, getting my step work done. You know what I mean? Like I said, I just got started on step 2 and got to make the phone calls for it. But yeah, man, for me, that's the only way to keep me from relapsing, right? Is to stay grounded.
Let's talk about the probation story, because I like that, because it has a lot to do with what your intentions actually were.
Right.
And it was the same in mine. That was never the end game. So I'll let you tell.
So but a certain meeting that I go to on Friday nights, you know, a couple of us guys, we sit around and we have cigars before the meeting. It's kind of, you know, our meeting before the meeting, our fellowship, like I said, those things that we do, right? And a gentleman that I sit there with, and he's a great guy, man, been in recovery a long time. You know, first congratulated me on, you know, completing probation 8 months early, by the way. And, you know, for him, it was and I guess other people too, from what I've been told, was they thought maybe that my intentions, right, were just to get off of probation. And, you know, once I was done with probation, the birdie flies, right? Like, hell no. Why, right? Like, why would I go away from the best thing I've ever had in my life, bro? Like this smile, man, is not forced onto my fucking face, because it was never there before recovery. I was fucking a shitty person, a miserable person, but like recovery has given me these things. And he was like, he looked over at me, man, and he was like, I'm really glad that, you know, you're still here. Like to see that you're still here after that, you know, means that you want this. Like, you're damn right I want it. Like, everything great I have an amazing job. I have an amazing partner. I have an amazing life. I'm a fucking happy motherfucker for the first time in 43 years, man. Like, yeah, I will say, like, I was grateful, right? And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I was grateful that the judge gave me the opportunity to, but that was on me, right? Because I've said it before, like, at first the probation was just delaying the inevitable trip back to prison. Like, that's for me, that's what it really was. But then I found recovery and I had to put the work in. The judge didn't do it. The police didn't do it. My partner didn't do it. My friends didn't do it. I did that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, like, yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. Recovery is an amazing, amazing thing, man.
You know, that's one thing is like, I'm glad you said that. It's like taking responsibility, man, for the shit we've done. We got to own up, man. Own up. Can't. One thing is, blaming everybody else for what's going on when, like, nobody's affected by what's going on, what I do. You know what I mean? I'm the only one that suffers, and it ain't nobody's fault, you know? And as soon as we can get grip on that responsibility factor, that's when shit changes. You know what I mean? Just owning the bullshit, no matter what, you know?
I wanted him to tell that story because this last time before I came in, my probation officer came into court and was like, I just want to plead to the court. There are candidates for probation and there's candidates for prison. And, Caesar needs to go back to prison and he needs to be locked up. He cannot complete probation. And I took that personally. I was like, okay, sir.
Let me show you something.
But the thing that spurred me more than that was somebody told me I couldn't do recovery. And this was afterwards when I was in a treatment center. And that fired me up. And when I got off probation, the first time I've ever done paper and completed it in my life, early term, it wasn't even hard. No. When you actually have changed your intentions and you're doing the right thing, I was shocked, but I was like, it wasn't hard. No. And the biggest thing, and I told Russell this, my sponsor goes, okay, well, now you don't have anything over your head. You're not forced to go to meetings. You don't have to do anything. You're free. What are you going to do? And I said, I'm going to do exactly what I've been doing that got me right here.
Concrete
it was never even a second thought, but that's because things had changed that much. And it was never the goal to just get off probation. No. The goal was not to be a raving lunatic that hurt everybody around me. And, and that's the work in progress to keep working on not being that.
And most importantly, hurting ourselves. I mean, the misery.
Phone call.
That.
Phone call.
The misery.
A little hate breed popped in.
I know, I heard that.
That's that ringtone, bro. You're on the job site. You got to be able to hear that thing, dude. Those little chirps don't work. So, Hate Breeder Lamb of God always does that. But like I just said, like the misery that we lived in, the loneliness, and just constant cycle of shit in our lives. And you are the only one that can break that. Like you said, you have to take responsibility for the shit. You have to own what you've done, and only you can fix that. And I personally, for me, I was shown these beautiful things of recovery by people that I love very dearly. And at first it was kind of took it with a grain of salt, but they didn't give up hope on me. They would share these things and these moments with me in hopes that I would find this and see this for myself. And I'm going to tell you something, when you open your eyes and you open your mind and you open your heart up and you actually listen and you take in what is being shown to you, man, every morning, one thing that I also do for my recovery, right? For me, it is an absolute have to for me, is I do a grateful every day with my sponsor and another gentleman. And I've shared this before to meeting, like, that's a fucking game changer for me, right? Because no matter what's going on, because life does get difficult. We were talking about that, like things come up, right? You get a job, you start making money, you right? These things come up. things get hard, but you can always find something to be grateful for, right? I have a fucking enormous bed right here next to me. It's the size of 7 jail cots, right? And 10 times more comfortable. Okay. So if nothing else that day, I have that to be grateful for. And the fact that I have another 24 hours clean, right? And to try to do the same thing tomorrow. So that's one of those other tools that you were talking about that for me, game changer, man. Game changer for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna read a couple of these comments. I just want to say, Lisa, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're watching this. And if you need some help or you need some just somebody to talk to, you could always message us. You could always message us on the Hope Shot.
You can do it, Lisa. I don't know if you need to hear that, but you absolutely can.
1,000.
Definitely. Let's see. We got a minute. Recovery gives us the life we never thought we deserved in addiction.
That part.
Anna Marie says, this is amazing to see. Experience, strength, and hope just finds me in my timeline.
Oh, yay.
I'm doing something right. June 10th, 2020, and still going. So proud of everyone here.
That's smack dab in the middle of the pandemic too, girl. That's a hell of a time to get sober. That's amazing.
That's Rachel. That was Rachel too, man. Doing them pandemic meetings and shit.
Yes. Oh my, I know. Yes.
That's girl on fire, baby. Yeah.
So we got Lauren says, you definitely can. And the reason I say that was such confidence is because you just put it out in the public for the whole world to see, which tells me you are not done. You have not quit and you still have a fight left in you, and you've got us fighting with you. I promise you. I think she's talking to the homegirl.
Yeah. I do.
Let's see. Michael says that's that positive accountability. Rachel says, my goodness, if y'all knew my grumpy cat man a couple years ago, this transformation is beyond powerful and such a beautiful blessing to have witnessed this journey, his journey. The miracle doesn't care what got your butt in the seat. It can happen for us all.
Listen, I just need to say Russell smiling makes Caesar and I both over here smile. Like, I'm looking at your pictures on Facebook and I'm like, he's going to smile one day. And I see him smiling and Caesar's like, I just love him. Like, he's over here, you're sharing and he's like, I just love him. Like, your smile is contagious, Russell.
I'm telling you. Russ, I just like how you see things. I feel your words, brother.
Thank you, sir.
So, I guess I'll share real quick, man, it's been one of those things, man, where like you're fighting yourself on recovery. You think you got some time, we say we pick the weeds, we think we picked all the weeds, right? And then that one comes out of nowhere, right? That dude's just creeping. It's like growing under the ground, and then it just poof, there it is, And you think you've dealt with all these things and you've done so much stuff and you've done so much good and you've done this and that. And then next thing you know, man, you're just like out of nowhere. Like your life feels like it's crumbling and your walls are just falling down. And like, that's how I feel sometimes, man. It's like, I don't know what it is, but I do know what it is. I'm not doing enough work. I'm not doing enough self-care. I'm not doing what it takes for me to be okay. There's still stuff in me because like I have a built-in forgetter like that, I forgot what's gotten me here, or like, why am I feeling like this? Or I need something to stop the anxiety, or I need something to stop the depression, or I need to do this or do that or da, 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 da. But I'm going around I'm tiptoeing around this whole deal. You know what I mean? Like tiptoeing because I'm not doing any internal work. That's gotten me this far. When you get so much time under your belt, man, life is busy. You get a bunch of things back. You get, you're doing all these, even if it's service work, you know what I mean? It doesn't freaking matter. Like if you're doing things that like help people out, like I do a lot of things, man. I do a lot of flyer work. I make all the flyers for our area and other areas as well. Like I'm doing all these flyers. And I'm like, so I do that. I do the Hope Shot. I do, JL video. I got for the videos, and I've got Final Touch going on. And one thing goes wrong, bro. I'm freaking like a manic, right? One thing goes wrong, bro. I'm like, why can't everybody just get the shit? And I'm freaking out. I'm a freaking just yeah, it's a mess, you know, it's a mess. And I hate being a mess. I literally hate it. It's almost like, you know, like, you know, being a hoarder of stuff, you know, like you got all these things you're just throwing inside, and sometimes you got to do spring cleaning, you know, and like clean up the inside, you know? So that's why it's like, I know what I have to do, and I need to start getting back into working on myself. I just got a new sponsor. I do need to get back into it. It's the last thing on the block. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the last house on the block. Isn't that what they say? It's the last house on the block. It's the same thing, dude. It's like, you know, it's like the last thing that I know that I need to do, but I just don't want to do it. But I know that I need to. And it makes no sense why we don't want to, because we don't want to look at this. Nobody wants to look at this. You know, it's the last thing you want to look at. I'm not the problem. Excuse me. You know, like, we've gotten all glorified and shit. Like, but it's the truth, man. It's like, I have to look at this more, because I'm really good at just going like this and like scanning the room. Yep, it's Caesar. Yep.
Listen, brother, I'm always the problem.
Oh, dude.
Listen, no, I don't mean it like that. If I'm uncomfortable and there's something going on and I'm disturbed,
It's me.
It's always me. Yeah. And the good thing is I'm in a position today where that's my first thing. I'm like, crap, what am I doing wrong? I don't go, what are they doing wrong? I'm like, internally, why is it bothering me so much?
Hey, Justin, we're using the garden analogy, right? And we're talking about gardening, and we have to get to the root of the issue. I know we've talked about that, but like the root. And as soon as you get one root, another one may pop up, and you're going to continually be having to dig deep, pull the root out. Then you might have to go over here. One day it might be, I don't know, something with spirituality. Like in my case, I had a mental health, like literal crumble at 3 years sober. You know, like it's over here and I'm looking over here, and you know, you can't mow the lawn. You have to get the roots out.
Yeah. We got 99 weeds and I'm all of it.
That's my sister for you right there.
Yeah. Jamie.
Yeah, I like that.
And it's so true. It's like, and it's constant maintenance. It's never licked. It's never licked. No. Even when we think, you know, like that built-in forgetter that I think that I have this thing licked, and maybe, you know, it's been a while, you know, and dude, I'll break my leg, neck, freaking get all, you know, and I'm really good at that. I am super good at that. So let's just, and it's super easy just to go, man, maybe I should just do a little bit of work, you know?
And I've also heard in the rooms, you know, that like whatever you put in front of your recovery, be prepared to lose.
Yes.
Because it's going to go, right? Like, so, you know, like I said, I might be, you know, a little getting into the steps a little slow, but don't get it twisted. Like, I'm at a meeting we go to out of town meetings. We do whatever we need to do, you know, for recovery. And that's honestly, when you stop doing that, and in the 17 months that I've been in the rooms, I have seen it. People with fucking time, like, seem like, okay, like you said, oh, I got this. Let me fucking take a break. The ones that I don't see doing that are the ones that I see at every meeting doing their damn thing. You know what I mean? The audio, the video, everything matches, and it just keeps going. That is what I've been told is the middle of the boat. And that is where I stay. And that is where I will continue to stay. I've also, I heard people, you know, maybe I'm not as far in my recovery. Listen, 40 years of emotional and internal damage we have done to ourselves, to our bodies, to our minds, and our hearts doesn't fucking get fucking right in one day. It doesn't get right in 30 days, man. It takes fucking time, and you gotta keep fucking working at it, man.
It never ends, though. That's the whole, it's never going to end. That's the thing. And I don't know, for me, it does look a little different today than it even did. I'm still the working my steps and doing all of that saved my life, but it's like, I don't know how to, I'm consistently looking for ways to go deeper and deeper and deeper. I was just sitting with somebody for an hour before. The other analogy the onion layer, right? So sometimes we might not even know we have to get deeper until that layer appears and we peel another layer back. Like I'm always looking for different ways and different things to utilize, and church and meditation and the 12 steps and therapy, and each one of those things are helping me go a little deeper. And I'm doing it, but I don't know if that's just something in me, but like I have the desire to go deep. Like I want to meet myself. I do. I want to figure out what made me the way that I've been and what created this pattern of coping over the years. And the second time I went through my steps, I actually did something called the Hyannis format. Yeah. So for my fourth and my fifth step, and it may be a book, like it was like 300 and something pages of 4-step writing. And then I went back and it was loose leaf and I put it in order, right? From like the time age wise. So it like started from the very first thing I could remember as a child. And the cool thing about that, and that's not for everybody. I am like built that way. Like I want to look, I want to understand. The cool thing about that is I could, and it didn't start that way. I reorganized it and I put it in the book. I could see like the littlest things that happened to me when I was young, how it built and built and built, and how I ended up like, it was a magical experience for me. And I don't know, it looks, a lot of those initial experiences shaped me and saved my life. Do they look a little bit different in the things that I do 8 years? A little bit, yeah. But that's just because I want to go deeper. I want to get to that root. And then there's another root popping up over here and I want to get to that root. And, I'm human. Sometimes the freaking garden has a bunch of weeds and it turns into a jungle. And then I have to dig a little bit deeper. But I don't know. I'm always looking for the next way that I can go a little bit deeper. Like
Russell said, with the 40 years or the 20 years or the 10 years or the 5 years, whatever it took, there's some things that we didn't even know, like, oh, I've only been doing drugs for 5 years. Okay, well, before that, there's probably some behaviors that bring you along this way to get you to this point. And now you're using the solution. So you found your solution you've been using for 5 years. Before, it was probably something else that you didn't really recognize because it didn't become a manageable problem that you didn't understand. But when you get to drugs, sometimes, man, you go from like here to there in like 2.5 seconds. It could be 5 years. Some people take 23 years to get there. It just depends on the person. And those roots are deep. It could be something when you're younger, some childhood trauma that you didn't even realize was childhood trauma and you didn't even understand. But then when you start looking at it, analyzing it, you start thinking in your head, because I didn't really think about it either until I started thinking about it and really digging and be like, you know what? Yeah, I do have that. Something pops up, that onion. We didn't know there was a layer until that layer.
And this is my perspective. I don't think that if God would have revealed to me some of those deep, like I have some trauma in my life, right? And it took some getting through that layer before I could get to the stinky inside of the onion. I don't know that I could have dealt with that stinky inside of the onion a year sober or 2 years, 2 years in recovery, 3 years in recovery. I think it happens as long as you're doing the work in divine timing and when you can handle it. Like I had some crap come up, I don't know when was that, like 2 or 3 years ago. And I know for a fact that if that would have came back full force, my first month or my first year of recovery, I wouldn't have had the tools to cope with it the way that I could cope with it now.
Justin, you're always talking about, use the analogy of being a hoarder. Think about how much crap we hoarded away, how many traumas and poor coping methods and all this survival skills that we piled up in the basement over our career, even before using, because of our childhood, because of everything. We piled that crap up, and then we stay sober for less than a quarter of the time that we were doing all of that. And we're like, I don't know why I'm still crazy. Well, let me tell you why. Here we go. But I mean, really, Kelly does a way better job of it than I do. She's really good at digging deep and intellectually looking at things and spiritually looking at things. The way I do it is not the way she does it, and vice
But that's
versa.
okay. That's why we have different perspectives. You do a great job at being relatable and simplifying it down to the way that anybody could get it. And I think everybody, you need to hear different perspectives.
I call it the Captain Caveman approach.
And you're really,
it's relatable to everybody.
And you're really good at keeping yourself like fit, and that's how you.
No,
you
that
know,
is
I feel like that's
Did he just say that was easy? Did he just say that was easy, Caesar? Because I've seen those videos. That ain't easy, bro. You putting in the work for that, man.
That's work.
That's real.
I enjoy it. It's part of my routine. It's something that I started doing when I first got sober. I wanted to feel good. My body was beat up. I had track marks everywhere. I had health issues, and I wanted to eat right, and I wanted to work out and be healthy, and I just never stopped.
Oh yeah, you never stop. That's for sure. It is a healthy coping mechanism for you.
Hey, you better be appreciative.
But you don't want to see him if he doesn't make it to the gym. I'll tell you that, because then it's woo. But there's nothing wrong with a healthy coping mechanism either, right? Like, we coped in all the wrong ways. Healthy coping mechanisms, you just go and
if I go overboard on the gym or spirituality, then I think I'm doing okay.
Right, exactly.
1,000%. Like, I do that same thing. I again, for me, it's at work, right? Like, I work hard and I work a lot, but I get to work hard and I get to work a lot now. And
it feels good.
It feels amazing
to put in that great day's work and get the honest paycheck and be able to pay. It was everything to me early on, because I had never done that. Not honest. I never honestly made the money. I knew how to make money.
That part.
But when I was digging through attics that were rat infested and I got my $400 check, that might as well have been $1 million, because I earned that money and I could pay my own way for the first time. And it was everything. It was the biggest thing in the world.
My boss actually said something really cool, and I hadn't really heard it before, but dirty hands, man, make clean money.
Boom.
And that part right there, like, man, 100%. So let's go get dirty. Let's go do what we do, man. And for me, that's one of the best feelings. I'm the first one at the shop in the morning usually, man. I am up, ready to go, and I absolutely love it, man.
When you were working here, I was listening to you, and Kelly you are pep talking your partner. You're basically giving him life advice and recovery advice, while you're kind of singing at the same time, enjoying yourself and getting the job done. And I'm like, that's what it's all about right there. He's in the moment, enjoying what he does. And recovery gives us that. We can appreciate those things. Those little things are everything.
We got Russell Pasco. Murray says, forward is forward, regardless how fast you go. Just keep freaking moving forward. Just keep going, baby. You're doing amazing. I'm so proud of you.
No, I love you. Thank you.
We got
what? Wait till you're done with the comment, man. That's a crazy story, bro.
Yeah. Let me just read a few of these, and then I'll let you read the story. Cash Lane says, to unprogram and reprogram. Exactly. It's a lot of time of programming bullshit. You know what I mean?
Fine, dude.
Let's see. Nicole says, me too. I am constantly looking for ways to heal, more ways to understand how to make life better. Vern says, I have 2 years and I still need I can't do this alone. Yeah, my man. Congratulations.
I love you, Vern. That's my brother, man.
Kylene says, I will be celebrating 23 months this Thursday. Congratulations.
Awesome.
I am getting so excited about it, and I had been super pumped, super down for quite some time, but I'm finally starting to feel good about myself and let go a lot of the guilt I've carried through my recovery. My world isn't as heavy as it was, and I'm proud of myself. September 18th, I'll be 2 years. First time in my 17-year addiction that I've had this much clean time. I'm not just clean this time, though. I found recovery. That's what's up. You gave me a little bit of chills. I love chills.
That's a God wink. That's what that is.
Yeah. I love the little those things, man. Just give it feeds my recovery.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's just that's how it's a we thing.
Yes, it is.
Listen to the message in it. When that happens, listen for the message.
Let's see. Melissa says he reveals more to us as we are ready.
Yes, I believe that, Melissa. Absolutely. Could not have dealt with those things early on.
Krista says I feel every bit of that and I'm working on it. Let's see what is good. Lauren says, good night, guys. Thanks again for this broadcast every week. I'll live in the country and my signal has failed me. Until next time, and y'all stay in your seats. Keep coming back and we'll believe in yourself and believe in yourself. Y'all are all beautiful. Thank you. Good night. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Yep, ready to say God bumps. Alicia says, hope y'all are doing well tonight. Yes, we are. Hope you are too. All right. And let's go ahead and say that story. Russell, if you got anything else, then we'll close it up.
Yeah. So Murray, right? Like, Murray's a turtle, man. Right. And Murray was the size of a quarter. I was doing cabinets in Orlando, and I'm not going to lie, like, we all have these different rock bottoms, and mine was never like the home, my rock bottom was an emotional crash. I did not want to wake up in the morning. I was fucking done, man. Like I just couldn't put another foot forward, bro. I was over it all. The court things was coming up, and I'm in a paint shop in an industrial complex in Orlando. There is not a puddle. There's not a fucking tree. There is not a whisper of nature for miles. It is a huge industrial complex. And I'm walking back to my paint booth, and I look down, and here is this fucking red-eared slider turtle, bro, the size of a quarter. Like God put a parachute on this fucking thing and dropped him in with the 107th Airborne into my paint shop, bro. And Rachel sends me this analogy, this meaning of turtles. And it was doesn't matter, like how slow you go, just keep putting one foot. But we gave that, I took the turtle home. I didn't do a very good job being a turtle dad, I'm not going to lie. So I ended up giving it to Rachel's daughter, and it's now flourishing and having an amazing life. But just a little backstory on Murray. Like that was one of those God things right there. Like it was one of those moments where, listen, you do got it in you to keep going forward. You do have it. And let me show you this here. And in the size of a quarter turtle, man, like unbelievable, bro.
We have to slow down. I'm just going to say this. We have to slow down enough and be open to those moments, because those moments happen all the time. I'll tell you that. Like they are happening and they're passing us right by. But if we hone in and we slow down a little bit and pay attention, look for those signs. Look for them.
Huge.
I want to say one thing is like I was telling Tiffany earlier, man. I told her I need to get away. I need time to just get away for one weekend and get away from the phone. Don't take a freaking picture. I need some presence in my life. I need to just go somewhere and just be in the moment, because I'll tell you right now, I don't give a crap who you are. This technologically savage life that we live in has taken our mentality and trashed it. You know what I mean? And I get so caught up with I gotta stay up, gotta keep going, and then you get and you lose yourself in this world.
In the hustle.
You have to, with the hustle, man, and especially with social media and technology and all this, and I want to look and it's got a freaking, and like I get carried away because look, we run the Hope Shot, I get so wound up sometimes and I lose myself, and I need to go be with nature. I need to go do something to where I can just be.
Take the family, bro, and just be, man. Dude, enjoy that beautiful family you have, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I told Tiffany this tonight because I really, I just feel like I'm losing myself with all these things that I do.
I know a nice cabin in the woods, and
North Carolina, boom,
Yeah.
baby.
North Carolina.
That was
Bro, I had to
amazing.
hit you with that when I seen you, man. I was there 25 years ago, man. That place is gorgeous.
Beautiful.
I loved it. Justin, but you can do that. You can, I'm going to pull a little recovery and say you can restart your day anytime, but you can also take 10 minutes and do a guided meditation. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. I do it daily and it slows me down and it recenters me.
It's not just about doing the daily stuff. It's about just going and just having some, just alone, just some nature time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? We need that.
Unplugging.
Unplug.
Me too.
So that's what the goal is. And I just wanted to put that out. But the one thing I'm doing this week, I'm starting a workout program. And this workout program is with somebody, Jenny Sarantini. And she is doing it to where she's telling us no social media first thing in the morning, drink water, read 10 pages, Like we have to pick a book and read 10. It's part of the program. And I'm like,
The process.
okay, I like it. And drinking tea, which I'm not a freaking tea drinker. I'm like, what the hell? I ain't drinking.
Drink your
Put
tea.
some honey in it, Justin. It'll be good.
No, but like it's those things that I need to be told what to do sometimes, and I'm gonna follow through with it because I want to freaking. It's all about well-being or wellness. It's recovery is about being well all the way around.
I'm grateful for the things that I'm told to do today because they are a world's difference away from what I was being told before, my friend.
Yeah.
I promise you
Yeah.
that.
Listen,
Yeah.
I told my coach, she asked me what I was eating, and I told her, she was like, "You're still eating that?" I was like, "Well, that's what you told me to eat." Like
Months ago, though.
no, like 6 months ago. And
Yeah.
she's like, "I cannot believe you're still eating that." I was like, I'm great at just tell me what to do.
And
I will do that.
Especially if it's good for us.
I got to get you a new meal plan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all don't want to know nothing about my meal plan because it is terrible.
And that's okay, Russell.
Dude, I got 1,000-mile-an-hour metabolism, so like I could literally live on junk food for the rest of my life and probably be okay.
Ask her, how long have I been eating literally the same exact meal?
I can't.
No,
What happened there?
I don't know. They froze something, bro.
Might be a little storm cloud over.
I don't know. Well, at least they're not caught in a fucked up pose. How's that, right? Well, with that, I think it's time to go. Yeah, right. Well, hey, Russell, man, thank you so much for coming on tonight, man. I'd love to have you more.
Yeah, anything, bro. I love you guys, and I'm grateful that I get to do this with you guys, man, and share a little bit of this hope with, to the young lady Lisa that reached out. Listen, honey, I know you said you have 4, but listen, get your ass to a meeting and find the people that you fucking vibe with. Listen, it's not impossible. I fucking promise you. I was that defeated, but it's fucking possible. I'm sitting here talking to you, telling you it's fucking living proof. This ain't no one's fucking making. No one's got a gun to my fucking head telling me to do this. I fucking do this because I want to, because I get to, because I love to. I love you. And I hope you know that. I fucking love you, sweetheart.
Thanks, Russell, for that. Yes. Anybody that's doubting themselves, just keep going. Whatever you're struggling with, work on it. Talk to somebody. Don't let it fester up here. This is a dark place.
Get the fuck out of the attic. Talk to somebody. There's some amazing women in this program, man. So
get out of the attic. And if you're in Florida, that shit's hot.
Way too hot.
Way too hot up there, So yeah, just get outside yourself, snitch on yourself, tell somebody, and don't think that like nobody gives a shit about you, because people
definitely do.
Care.
We definitely do.
Definitely. So, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for listening to us. I hope you guys got something out of this tonight. And I challenge you this week, do something for yourself. Do some self-care. Read a book, put down social media, whatever it takes. Maybe even do one push-up. I don't care. Everything helps, Just do something for your own well-being, because that's what recovery is. It's not just about going to meetings and doing stuff that's spiritual. It's physical, spiritual, and emotional, and all of it, So guess what? I'm going to be actually on another podcast, Hard Knot Talks, at 10 o'clock tonight. He's in Canada. He's going to be doing I'm going to sharing my story on his podcast. It starts at 10 o'clock our time Eastern. So it's 8 o'clock his time. I don't even know what his time is, Central or.
You're going to have to share it with me, brother.
Yeah, I'll share with you. But at 10 o'clock tonight, I'll be sharing my story on Hard Knocks Talks. Check it out. I'm going to be sharing it on our page. If you guys want to hear my bullshit some more, then, but if not, I'll see you Wednesday. We got our Addiction to Success this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And we will see you guys then. Again, Russell, I love you, dude. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys.
See you. Thank you.
Night.
See you.